This marks the beginning of Seth Speaks, The Nature of Personal Reality, Chapter 7, and this is our Part 1. The Living Flesh. Let's begin. Give us a moment. Often individuals go overboard, forgetting that ideas have their own vitality. Such people make divisions where basically there are none. They consider ideas as completely mental properties, separate from their concept of the body. They think ideas reside in their heads. Who, for example, imagines that an idea is alive in his elbow or knee or toe? Generally, people believe that ideas have little to do with the living flesh. The flesh seems physical, and ideas do not. Those given to love of the intellect often make an unnecessary separation between the world of concepts and that of the flesh. While it is true that the body is the living materialization of idea, it is also true that these ideas form an active, responsive, alive body. The body is not just a tool to be used. It is not just a vehicle for the spirit. It is the spirit in flesh. You impose your ideas upon it and largely affect its health and well-being through your conscious beliefs. But the body is composed of living, responding atoms and molecules. These have their own consciousness alive in matter, their drive to exist and be within the framework of their own nature. They compose the cells, and these combine to form the organs. The organs possess the combined consciousness of each of the cells within them, and in their way, the organs sense their own identity. They have a purpose. That function they provide within the organism as a whole. This cooperation of consciousness continues so that you have a body consciousness that is vital, that strives to maintain its own equilibrium and health. The stuff of the body should not be considered as some metaphysical result, then, but as a living gestalt of responsive flesh. Your body is composed of other living entities, in other words. Though you organize this living material, it has its own right to fulfillment and existence. You are not a soul encased in inert clay. The house of clay does not immediately deteriorate when you leave it. It disintegrates at its own rate. It is no longer organized by your domain. The life of its atoms and molecules and cells is translated into other living natural forms. Your perception is merely that which you are aware of. Even the atoms and molecules have their own fine vision and appreciate their environment in their own way. The same power that moves your mind forms your body. There is no difference between the energy that shapes your ideas and the energy that grows a flower, or that heals your finger if you burn it. The soul does not exist apart from nature. It is not thrust into nature. Nature is the soul in flesh, in whatever its materializations. The flesh is as spiritual as the soul, and the soul is as natural as the flesh. In your terms, the body is the living soul. Now, the soul can live and does in many forms, some physical and some not. But while you are material, the body is the living soul. The body constantly heals itself, which means that the soul in flesh heals itself. The body is often closer to the soul than the mind is because it automatically grows as a flower does, trusting its nature. This marks the end of Seth Speaks, Chapter 7, The Nature of Personal Reality, and this was our Part 1. Let's chit-chat just a bit about it. So, here, Seth emphasizes the interconnectedness of ideas and the physical body, highlighting that the body is not just a vessel, but a manifestation of consciousness. Seth argues against the separation of mental and physical realms, asserting that the body is imbued with its own consciousness and vitality, which is intimately linked to the soul. Seth suggests that by understanding this connection, one can influence their health, one can influence their well-being, and they can do this through conscious beliefs, as the body constantly strives for equilibrium and self-healing. If you've enjoyed this reading, please consider giving it a like, sharing with a friend, and of course, subscribing for more. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss any videos. Not to mention, please consider checking out the accompanying meditation that goes with this. It will be entitled Embodied Harmony, Guided Meditation for Mind-Body Connection and Healing. That should be out in a day or two if it's not already out. Also, I've included 4 clarifying quotes for this particular passage, as well as 4 quiz questions. Check those out too. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I am Tony Victory, a wolf uncaged. Until the next time, thank you.